I wish there was no suffering, and it just comes with the job. Some of the greatest work comes from pain, or some great work comes from love, from loss. It's like wanting to be the best at whatever you do. Never stop until you're the best. Like, I don't believe in doing anything halfway. I believe in going all the way. So you never stop.
If you're going to be good at something, it does take a while. Just enjoy the getting there. You're going to get fed up, you're going to get disheartened, and people are going to tell you you're useless. Had all that. But what I can say, after about 15 or 20 years, I learned how to do something well, and I enjoyed that getting there as much as being there.
If I knew what I knew now, I probably wouldn't have started a company, mostly because I would have been afraid. So I actually think youth is an advantage. You're like flexible, you're like, you can just bounce back from anything. The world is your oyster, you're positive, right?
Naive.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit naivete, but in some ways, like, that actually works to your advantage. For those that want to, I'd say there's no time like the present, because you're young, you can do a lot of stuff. And what I said to myself was, at its worst, if this didn't work out, at least I have a line on my resume that I was like trying to be an entrepreneur, and I learned to run a company and hopefully raise some money. And I think that the costs of running business are so low that, like, you can do that with a relative success. So.
Push until it hurts, or you want to be always pushing beyond what you're comfortable with, and you're sweating just a little bit all the time. And when that happens, when you're constantly pushing beyond what you think, what you know is possible, you're always sweating a little bit, and you're always a little bit nervous. But that is the drug. And so when you're pushing like that and you're never really relaxed, then it always feels small.
Maybe it's a healthy family. Maybe it's a happy marriage. Maybe it's to help others, to be famous, to be spiritually sound, to leave the world a little bit better place than you found it. Continue to ask yourself that question. Now, your answer may change over time, and that's fine. But do yourself this favor. Whatever your answer is, don't choose anything that will jeopardize your soul. Prioritize who you are, who you want to be, and don't spend time with anything that antagonizes your character. Be brave, take the hill, but first answer that question, what's my hill?
You know, you can't let anyone else tell you who you are and how good you are, because everyone has their own opinions, but I hope that they see that, wow, the same way Lindsay didn't listen to them and she went back and was able to prove them wrong, like, I can do that. Like, if someone at school is mean to me, it doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. It doesn't mean I'm a dork or a loser. You know, I can become whoever I want to be. And I hope that people see that, because that moment proved that to me, you know, and it's true.
I feel so strongly that the reason I'm here is I dreamed big dreams. I dreamed the kind of dreams that other people said would not be possible. I'm also living proof. This isn't a Hollywood movie. I come literally from the other side of the tracks. If you saw where I grew up and we took a picture of it, the neighborhood, the setting, you'd say it's impossible that someone could come from there and get here. But it is possible. You can do anything. But there will be people along the way, and I remember this, who will say to you, you know, you're dreaming too big. It's not possible. Those things just can't happen. Don't allow anyone, friend, family, acquaintance, teachers, whoever it is, don't allow anyone to tell you that what you are dreaming for yourself and your family is not possible. It is possible. Don't be one of those people 20 years from now are going to be walking around in a 9-to-5 job, miserable and angry and bitter because you let your dreams get away from you because you did not believe strongly enough in yourself and what was possible. Don't allow that to happen. This is an unbelievable time. And I can't encourage you enough to continue to think that things are possible and that your dreams can come true.
Can't live my life based upon what other people think about me. So I can't concern myself too much with what other people think. You know, it's just not healthy. I don't think I could continue to do what I do if I was constantly worrying about what somebody thought about it.
The best thing that ever happened to me, the best thing that ever happened to me is I hit rock bottom. By far the best thing that ever happened to me is hitting rock bottom. I think for men, I have 2 boys and I'm gonna be in pain when I witness these guys go through this. But I think the best thing that can happen to a man is a heartbreak, a very strong heartbreak, and a very big failure early on in business. And it happened to me early on in life, both heartbreak and business. It happened early on because I thought I knew it all. And it was a slap in the face to say, if Socrates says, the only thing I know is that I know nothing, if the greatest minds on their deathbed are saying things like that, what makes you and I think we know everything?
Fear is the disease. Hustle is the antidote. You can't count on sales. You can't count on anything but just crazy hustle and just grit your teeth, claw your way to success. There was just no easy way to do it. In order to be this disruptive to what's going on, you have to be willing to fight. And you have to not be, you can't be shy.
Never stop until you're the best. Like, I don't believe in doing anything halfway. I believe in going all the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it comes down to, a lot of people are like, oh, like, you must be a super tough motherfucker and all this other shit. And I think it comes down more to just like how bad you want it. Like in life, like if you just want something so fucking bad, like I just remembered like when I was doing the 50-meter underwater swim, it was really hard for me. I'd never been able to do it outside of, SEAL training. And the only 2 times I did it was when I like had to do it. And I just remembered, I was just like, well, I'm just going to swim until I fucking reach the wall or black out. Like there just wasn't another option. Like I just wasn't going to quit just because I wanted it so bad.
They say that nothing good happens in the 4 a.m. hour. Well, I can guarantee you this. It's 4:45 a.m. It's still dark outside. Look at that. The lights just went out, and I'm getting ready to kill this AM cardio. You can't even see me, but it's going to be so good. It's bad.
You gotta have the mindset to go with some of these physiques you admire. You see all the hard work, you see the genetics and all this, but you don't see the mindset. There's been many times where I've went to the gym where I didn't want to fucking go. How many of you guys actually went to the gym when you really just didn't want to go?
I think it just comes down to like, you just gotta want it. You just gotta fucking just want it really bad.
I represent hard work, determination, motivation. I think without a doubt, if anything else, by watching me, it's simply an example of hard work pays off.
That's it.
What you put into your craft, you can get out to it if you put 110% into it. And I'm just an example of that. In today's time, it's literally just about you realizing your own potential and being creative within your own potential. This is what I can do, so I need to master this, this, and this.
Reflecting now back on my career, like my dedication is what made me successful, because I'll be honest, I wasn't the most genetically blessed guy on stage. I just had a lot of dedication and commitment, and I was relentless. Nowadays, if you want to commit to something and do something positively, you have to commit yourself. You have to schedule it in your life and build your lifestyle around it. And looking back, that created a huge opportunity for me to be as great as I was and be able to be competitive at the highest level. And not only that, but build a brand, which anyone watching these YouTube videos, working on their own channels or now climbing that ladder of being socially aware of what's going on, it's crazy. I mean, I've built such a crazy platform, and you know what? The funny part is I was just being me. And that's the most important thing. You just be yourself. And I keep preaching that over and over, is you can't copy this guy or that guy. You just have to find a direction that works for you. And I can't stress it enough, but you have to be dedicated. You have to stay committed to it.
Because the truth is, if you want to be an anomaly, you've got to act like one. I love the climb. To me, the setback is exciting. I love when something goes wrong. It's where I shine the most. This is hard. Every day is hard. And if you don't have the stomach to weather the storm, you will not be successful. We're really strong. We're just being sold that we're not, because there's a lot of money in telling us that we're not pretty enough, thin enough, smart enough, good enough. That.
There's a certain kind of
regret that when you haven't been adventurous with your ideas. There's when you get into a later life and you haven't even tried to do some of the things that you really wanted to do, and you can look back and say, damn, if only I'd had a go at that, you know, things might have been different, or I would at least know if I could do it or not. And the people I looked up to when I was a kid, like William Burroughs and like Little Richard and like John Lennon, they did it, you know, and I thought, well, I'm an absolute fool of myself, but I'm gonna, you know, go for it too. I didn't strive for success. I strived to do something artistically important.
If you want to live in your passion, whatever your passion is, you have to be willing to not make money at it. You want to do what you love, you got to do. You have a choice. You can choose money, or you can choose what you love. My parents, and I'm sure like most people's parents, say, get a good job, try and make some money, make a good living. Yeah. And because they think that's secure if you go and make money. But if you do a job and you make money, you lose that job. Yeah. Then you lose the money and you have nothing. If you choose your passion, it actually doesn't matter when you make money or you lose money, because you're always going to have your passion to be happy, so it doesn't actually matter. And that's your safety net. Right. But the challenge of that is that it might be 8 years or 4 years before you're actually making a living at it. Yeah. Versus something else.
This is my future. We're all probably going to go out screaming. So the best thing to do prior to that is to try to pack that life with as much wonderfulness, fun, productivity. Surround yourself with people that are going to fucking help you do that. You know, because in this world, there's not a lot of support, man. You tell people something, they'll tell you why. Throw a rock and you'll hit somebody with why. Like, hey man, I want to make a movie. Why? Why do you think you could do that? Why? Why? Nobody else is doing it. Why are you doing it? There's so much fucking why. You go out and you find why not. You surround yourself with why not. People are just like, why not? Where you're like, hey man, I'm gonna try something. Like, all right, why not? Let's give it a shot. People will try to help you do your dreams, make your dreams come true and shit. And you do the same for fucking them. We're all in this together. But I've been trying to impart one simple lesson for nearly 20 fucking years. Anybody can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't born into a business or the film business or born with a mic in my hands. I have no fucking discernible talent whatsoever, man. I have no connections to the business. We're from fucking New Jersey and stuff. You miss 100% of the shots you never take. It's always worth the fucking shot. Live a why not life, man, because we're all gonna die fucking screaming. So make sure when you die screaming, you're totally fulfilled. You're like, I took all the shots, I did it. I went after everything I wanted to, or at least tried. Take the shot. The shot is always fucking worth taking.
Nobody can guarantee we'll be successful, right? So I think the only thing that can guarantee our success is keep the passion, keep believing the future, keep on investing in the young people, and keep on the mission that helping others to succeed. If we keep on that, we have the chance to be successful. If we think, well, we are rich enough, let's enjoy the life, and that will never work. And now, we're getting more competitors. All the guys, entrepreneurs, if you do business, you will always have a competition. Don't worry about the competition, because your competitors also worry about you.
I'm of the impression that bad things are something that really are important to one's life. Bad experiences are not necessarily a bad experience. You can learn from tragedy, and I think you can. I'm not sure that a bad experience is, in America, they're so keen for you not to have a bad experience. They spend half their lives trying to avoid bad things happening to them. I don't think they should be looked at negatively at all.
So he who is not courageous enough to take risk will accomplish nothing in life.
my greatest inspirations or things that I would feed off of basically was just obviously people not believing in the cloud of doubt that kind of I felt hung over my head, and wanted to just prove everybody wrong. You know what I mean? I wanted to make it, and I was gonna make it regardless of what anybody said.
In the main, people don't change. You can change, and you'll find it much easier to change if you're with positive people. Very hard to change with people who don't want you to change, who want you to be the person that you were. But in the main, people don't change. So sooner or later in life, you're often going to have to make some hard choices. In the short term, be the person. As Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. Be the kind of person that you want to see. And if that does not bring people around, then be prepared to go to the next step. Be prepared to walk away.
If you don't know, now you know. It's true. Your friends, family, and loved ones will be the first ones to try and talk you out of greatness. When you're ready to do something and try something new that's out of your comfort zone, that's out of your norm, it's always the one you're dating, the one you're married to, the one that's in your family, your friends in your immediate circle, that will always try and talk you out of doing something special and significant.
I don't ever feel the responsibility to impress people with my music. I do feel like I gotta get in and do my music to the best of my ability, you know? And I feel like I'm my worst critic, you know? If I'm not digging it, the critics out there can basically like kiss my ass straight up, because they know nothing about what goes into this. They're just people with a 9 to 5.
What is a secret of achieving goals? You know, how do you really quantitate it? How do you put it down so every day you know if you're going in that direction of success, or maybe you're altered? You know, and people are like, man, is it your genetics? Is it your potential? Is it, you know, when it comes down to it, success has nothing to do with potential. It's all about the perseverance of somebody. That will override any endeavor. If you throw shit against the wall, eventually something will stick. You guys that have this potential, don't have this potential, you know, that shit dies. What continues to last forever is a perseverance to always show up. That's what champions do. Every single champion is the same as every ordinary person. The only differential is that they show up to the event every single day. They see failure as a learning curve. They welcome failure. You learn more from failure than you ever will from success. So showing up and getting knocked on your ass, finding intestinal fortitude, stand back up and re-face that endeavor is going to be the overriding factor that makes a difference. How do you know when you're doing those things? The small things in life add up to those big monumental things. When I say the small things, it's a character building block. That your name means something. You hold value to your name. If you drop trash on the ground, you pick it up because that's your responsibility. You hold value to yourself. When you shake someone's hand, you look them in the eye, you give them a firm handshake because you're here for a purpose. Everything you do to the best of your ability. It doesn't matter what you're doing, it's the fact that you're doing it, so therefore it means something to you. That's going to build a legacy, because you know the title out there doesn't mean shit. You win the title, fine. That title will not get you another title. What you're trying to build is a legacy. You know, footprints behind you that are left for motivation for someone else to follow. Legacy is built daily through the character, through the willpower, the code of conduct within somebody. And that's the perseverance, showing up every single day. That will always achieve your goal. It doesn't matter what you're born with. It doesn't matter your potential, how much, you know, the silver spoon of money you have. All of that can be attained if you show up and you're willing to risk failure for success.
walk into bold and uncomfortable doors without having fear and rejection, without having fear of the word no. Do you know how many people have had visions, ideas, and huge career moves that they were about to make, and they allowed the word no to stop them from changing the landscape of their life and their family lives? So many people are afraid of rejection and the word no. It is the saddest shit I've ever witnessed in my life. So I no longer have fear of rejection. I no longer have fear of the word no. I no longer give power to the word no. I could care less about you rejecting me, disowning me having visions and ideas and you not seeing what I see. I see what's not there. Only those that can see the invisible can do the impossible. I see what's not there. I have visions. My visions are bold and unapologetic.
Are you serious? Why? We got a serious matter here to discuss. We haven't come with the latest 10 stories. We've come with a serious matter. And I want you to take on that serious tone. You've got some serious products that answer a serious need out there in the marketplace. And I'm asking you to take it serious. Take your own future serious. What you can do for your family, take it serious. This is serious business. So that's the first thing I want to bring to you. To have the best year ever this year, so that you can say, I made my best and finest contribution to see that goal reached. Not just for the figure, but for all that the figure represents, for the healing it represents, for the restoration of broken lives that it represents, and people that are discouraged about their life and their chances, now encouraged on a new road, for all that that represents.
I want to introduce y'all to this very simple concept. That if you want it, you got to go get it. Some of y'all got this concept of what you want to accomplish. You know, some of y'all are motivated by broke. I'm broke, I'm stuck, I'm fucked up, I can't do nothing. Some of y'all are motivated by just wanting to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Other folks are motivated by materialistic things. It's a very simple concept. If you want it, you gotta go get it. And what does that mean? It means that you trying to convince me or anybody else that you want to get it when you partying all week. As soon as you get any kind of money, you buying a bunch of shit that you really can't afford. What you got the latest iPhone for? See, everything about what you're doing and the moves that you're making is getting in the way of the big picture. Everything. You still clubbing, you still partying, you still popping bottles with models. You doing the most already, and you ain't even on. You trying to convince everybody around you that you on, but you not on. You know the truth, and I know the truth. You ain't on. Most of the people who really ain't got it, they go out of their way to try and show people that they have it. It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide, fuck clubs, fuck partying, fuck trying to fit in and socialize. rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing? Like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying? Because I'm trying to get it. Let me tell you something, homie. This is what I hope. I hope this video makes you uncomfortable. Because I look at this as a mirror. You get to look yourself in the mirror and ask hard and tough questions. What am I doing every single day with my life? Creating obstacles, challenges, and distractions for myself